is part 2 of my Pikmin open world rant. If you haven't watched the first one, you should watch that, because I'm assuming that you watched that, but I'll give you a quick recap. You land in the impact site, you get yellow Pikmin, then you go out to the tropical wilds, and you go into like a Garden of Hope type area. You save Brittany and red Pikmin, you get some more landing sites, and then you go back to a fire cave near the landing site in tropical wilds. Okay, so the caves basically are large areas to transport people in. They're basically large paths between largely separated areas by ocean or stuff like that. So, for example, if you want to go to Australia, you're going to need a cave. That's probably scarily accurate, and there's probably like 500 spiders in those caves per square inch. But whatever. So basically, what happens is, as you go through the fire cave, it starts getting colder and colder, and your Pikmin start shivering, and basically going slower and slower, and their attack speed gets slower and lower. So eventually, Brittany turns to you and says, in a little cutscene, or Alf, depending on who you're playing as, I think we should send the Pikmin back. I think they're getting too cold. And then Alf manages to convince Brittany to just go with the red Pikmin because the yellow Pikmin are insulated or something like that. Cutscene's like a minute long or something, maybe a minute and a half, with skippable stuff. But basically, all you need to know is that the red Pikmin are gone. Brittany takes them back to the onion. So Alf continues forward with the yellow Pikmin, and they get to a cyan onion that is trapped behind an electrical gate with icy looking Pikmin behind it. So Alf sends the yellow Pikmin to break the gate, or Brittany, depends, blah blah blah. And after the gate's broken, you discover shipper Pikmin or something. They basically withstand high cold temperatures, and if they're attacking an enemy who can't withstand high cold temperatures, they freeze that enemy into a block of ice temporarily. Each shiver Pikmin can only do this once per, like, day or something. Or, like, per enemy. I don't know. So, basically what happens is the shiver Pikmin then go forward, and Brittany comes back, or Alf, to take the yellow Pikmin. So you continue forward with the shiver Pikmin, which basically have no special abilities in the cold area. And, well, eventually you explore through the area, and you find that there's a firewall, and you think that's strange, but then you find another cave that sends you to an area like, I think it was called the Sunset Wilds, whichever one has the Hornet Maestro in it, in Pikmin 3. So, in that area, what ends up happening is, well, you find the heat-resistant Pikmin upgrade, something like that, or cold-resistant, and you also find winged Pikmin. This allows you to bring any type of Pikmin to cold climate. So now the shiver Pikmin just freeze things. And, basically, after you go through, that, like, shiver, then you can go back, have the red Pikmin break down the firewall, you go through a little cave area, but it's not like a cave, it's just like cave. And basically, inside of that cave, you can find, a Bohemian boss bat, and basically you fight that, and you get Charlie back, or no, Lamar back. Yeah, you get Lamar back, along with a ton of fuel and a rocket booster, which allows you to use way less fuel and go somewhere else. So you can then, for the first time, you just aren't exploring an open world, and that's when you break off from the main open world, and then you can fly over to a large Australia area. So in Australia, you have to explore basically the entire continent looking for 4 keys to open up a tree that leads you to final boss. Except 2 of those keys are blocked behind blue Pikmin and rock Pikmin. Here it's where you can find blue Pikmin, which allows you to go back and basically you can now drain a lake in the impact site, allowing you to get to the rock Pikmin and bring them back. And basically there's like an electricity gate or fire gate, blah blah something, and you get the rock Pikmin, and yeah, basically using the rock Pikmin you can get a lot more fuel and stuff, and you actually discover another area in the impact site which has a 5th key which you actually need in Australia, because Australia. So basically, after you go to Australia again, if you didn't go to that area, you'll realize that there's another door behind that door. Then you'll probably feel very frustrated. This is when you find the night shift Pikmin, though, within a little area inside of there, like a cave or something. But that leads you to a brand new area. Basically, Africa or something, where you can explore around, and you can find glow Pikmin, which allow you to work during the night, and they glow, and that's the only way to see in, the final boss area. And, well, whenever you're in the new area, you can discover the green piranha plant snapping Pikmin, whatever they should be called, that can grab onto things with their snapper chomps, and then the captains can grab onto them to move around, or other Pikmin can use them, or they can just climb up walls, basically. And you fight a little cat boss, and that's how you get the last key. So then you go up to the final boss arena again, and you fight the final boss, which is kind of like Pikmin 3's boss, except, like, this time you're trying to get Louie back, because apparently your bosses won't allow you to come back unless you have Louie for some odd reason. Because why would you leave Louie there, even though he's useless? Like, when has he ever done anything good besides steal fruit so he could fight the Quagmire boss or whatever? So you get Louie back, and you unlock a brand new area that Louie shows you. Apparently, that was not the final boss. You're gonna drink that? Okay. So basically, what ends up happening is, because you have Louie back, he shows you a brand new area where it's basically, a deep area of Australia, and apparently something's blocking your ship from flying away or something. So you go through Australia down to the Citadel of Spiders, where basically a spider steals Louie, and you have to chase that spider across the continent before it basically flies off into space. So basically you call over your ship at a landing site nearby, and then you use that to blast off into space onto a brand new planet, the hostile planet. Basically there's lava everywhere, it's hot, there's tons of wind, and basically your winged Pikmin can't fly. It's very hot, so basically anything except Shiver Pikmin and Red Pikmin can't survive with Glow Pikmin. And there's no day or night. It's always just burn. So basically you follow it across the continent, and then you get to the final boss arena where you get to fight it with only 3 types of Pikmin, and maybe Rock Pikmin. It depends on what Nintendo wants to do. But basically, yeah, after you fight the final boss, which is like a big spider, that's the end of the game. You blast off into space, and that's the end of the game. You might unlock some new content. I'll explain that in part 3 of my rant, because we're almost at the end of the video. We're at the end of the max recording time for YouTube on mobile device. So everybody, remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys tomorrow yet again, and maybe today with a 3D Geometry Dash video, 3 Dash, where I make my own custom level, and it's the first video that I'm going to use editing on, besides one of my hour unedited Minecraft footages where I edited in some music to cover up some copyrighted music. So yeah, just like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.